Tatum is Migo in the new animated film Smallfoot. We're rolling film right now. Hey guys, what is up? It's Russell here at Howell's Hollywood Reviews. You guys haven't already, click that subscribe button, the bell notification icon in the corner so you guys don't miss anything. You guys will get notified anytime I drop a new movie review, a trailer review, anything new. You guys will get notified, so go ahead and do that. Also, stick around to like and comment. Just want to thank everybody again for their constant support. We're at 355 subscribers at the time of this recording. Just want to thank everybody and just keep subscribing and keep commenting and liking the videos. I appreciate it. I'm going to be reviewing Smallfoot. Smallfoot is rated PG with a runtime of an hour and 36 minutes. It stars Channing Tatum, James Corden, Zendaya, and Common. It is directed by Karey, Kirkpatrick, and Jason Reisig. This movie is an animated film, and it has a bunch of different voices in it, like I said earlier, with Channing Tatum, James Corden, Zendaya, Common, Danny DeVito, Lebron James. You have a lot of different voice talents in this film, and it really helps add to the different dynamics of this animated feature. We meet Channing Tatum's character, Migo. He is a Yeti, and pretty much his father is a gong ringer, and pretty much he rings the gong every day because they have to do that in order to sustain light, even though they really don't have to, but that's just what their job is. And it's pretty much that Channing Tatum's character sees an airplane that is crashing because as they were testing him to ring the gong, they overshoot him, and he overshoots, and he lands completely way out over, like, outside where the Yetis are living. And he sees a airplane crashing and ends up seeing a guy come out of the airplane, and he sees a shoe, and he sees it is Smallfoot. It's a human. So he goes back to his tribe and tells everyone that he's seen a Smallfoot, and everyone goes up to the mountain with him to see the airplane, but the airplane's gone. The wind had blown the airplane down. Stonekeeper, played by Common, says that pretty much Migo's character has been banished from the village just because of the fact that they don't believe what he saw, and they think that he's making up things. But in hindsight, Stonekeeper feels like he just doesn't want, he knows the truth, and he kind of wants to just keep the other villagers kind of like in the dark about there potentially being other people, small feet or humans out there. The man who was in the airplane that Migo's character had run into in the beginning ends up approaching Percy, who is voiced by James Corden, as you know from The Late Show. And pretty much what he does, James Corden's character is kind of like a Steve Irwin type character where he does documentaries about animals. And the guy ends up telling Percy that he has seen a Yeti. So this obviously sparks an interest to Percy because he wants to try to obviously capture a Yeti on camera and pretty much get some ratings because he's desperately in need of some ratings. So Migo ends up meeting up with Mishi, who is voiced by Zendaya. And they are pretty much kind of banished too, and they believe that like small feet have been out there, and they were just trying to get to the bottom of it. That's where we also see LeBron James's character as well. Well, they decide that they're going to lower Migo down into the village to try to find down to the ground level, and they end up running into the plane that had crashed before. Well, Migo ends up running into Percy. And pretty much wants to take Percy back to the village because he feels that if Migo can take Percy back to the village, he'll be unbanished, people will believe him, and then all is good. So Mishi wants to go after Migo because she is worried about him. He has been gone for way too long, and that he may have been attacked or something like that. So they're worried about Migo's character. Well, he ends up coming back with Percy, Migo's character, and pretty much he ends up going to the tribe and to the village and pretty much saying, hey, here is this guy. Smallfoot actually really exists, and because they have such a rigid form of laws, it's pretty much called their stone, like from Common's character, the Stonekeeper. These stones pretty much have different sets of laws or different sets of ways of living for the Yetis, and it is pretty much against other Yetis to kind of question that, and I think that's where that overlaps, where the stones just have everybody believing one thing when things aren't really even like that, and that's pretty much the whole gist of the film. But overall, I enjoyed the animated film. I took my daughter to go see it. She enjoyed it. It's an hour and a half. It blows by pretty quickly, and it's comedical. There's a lot of good scenes in the movie. Channing Tatum's character is really good, and even the music in it from Channing Tatum and even from Zendaya, really entertaining. James Corden, as always, does a rap to the Under Pressure song with George Michael, and that's a pretty funny one. George Michael and Queen. He kind of just does like a different kind of rap to it, which was kind of funny in the film. But overall, I gave this film 3.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed the animated film. It does send a good message that just because you're different doesn't really mean that you guys can't like coexist. And I enjoyed the banter between the different characters, seeing Channing Tatum with James Corden, with Zendaya, Common, LeBron James, Danny DeVito, all sorts of different personalities in this film, and just how they have their different ways about each other. And it's kind of funny because Danny DeVito's character obviously plays into the role that he is short, just like Danny DeVito is in real life. So that's kind of funny too. But overall, I enjoyed it. I really think Channing Tatum as Migo was a very helps make this cartoon very animated feature very vibrant. There's never a lot of dead time in this film, and that's the best thing about it, especially when you bring a child. Like I said, my daughter enjoyed the film. I enjoyed it as well. And if you are a fan of the animated films and you want to see this one, I check this one out. This one is absolutely worth checking out. More importantly, I want to know, have you seen Smallfoot? If you have, I want to know, did you guys like the film or not? Sound off there in the comments. What was your favorite scene in the film? I want to know. Sound off down there. And more importantly, what did you guys think about all the different voices that they had for the film, like Channing Tatum, James Corden, Common, Zendaya, LeBron James, Danny DeVito, etc., etc.? I want to know. Go ahead and sound off there in the comments. Next time in How's Hollywood Reviews, when we bring it from animated to horror in the new film Hellfest. Until then, we'll see you guys in Hollywood.